Cokie is a recent graduate of the Baking and Pastry Arts program at Niagara College. Her dream is to have her own business called Cokie's Desserts, which will be a combination bakery and food blog. Her website, cokiesdesserts.com, will have a section for her blog where she will post recipes, tips, and videos that teach people how to bake. Cokie hopes to have her bakery and blog up and running within the next year. Hey everyone! Today I'll be teaching you how to make Morning Glory muffins. I have a batch right here that I've already made so you can see how they look. I'll be showing you step by step how to make them and answer any questions you may have. Let's get started.
I only have one cupcake tray, so I could only make 12, but then I had some extra batter, so I just put it in like a small loaf pan too. I just put a bunch of aluminum foil in it, like a square of aluminum foil, and then I put my batter on the other side. That's how much extra batter it is after 12 muffins. I have my third cup of raisins in this container, and I'll put some warm water over them. This is just so, since raisins are so dry, if you were to put it directly in the muffin, it's gonna sap away some of that moisture. So that's why we're kind of re-adding it in. For the next thing I'm gonna do is that I'll preheat the oven to 350 and I'll line my muffin tray. My next step is that I'm gonna measure all the ingredients other than the sugar and the vanilla. I'll start out with my wet ingredients. So here's my 3 eggs. 1 1/4 cup of oil. Now that I have my 3 eggs and my 1 1/4 cup oil in here, I'm just gonna put it to the side so I can measure the rest of my ingredients. The next thing I'm gonna measure is my dry ingredients. And like I said, we're gonna measure the sugar later, so don't worry about that for now. So as far as the dry ingredients, I'll put it in this container and then I'm gonna sift it later. 2 1/2 cups of flour. 2 teaspoons of baking soda, 1 1/2 teaspoons of cinnamon, and 1/4 teaspoon of salt. So that's it for my dry ingredients. I'm gonna put it to the side, I'll sift it in later. I'm gonna go back to this bowl of raisins that I have with the water. So I just poured out the water, put it on the paper towels. And after that, I'm just gonna measure out the rest of my ingredients. I already shredded the apples and the carrots. I'm gonna just put this in another bowl. 1 cup of shredded apples, pour the whole thing in. 2 1/4 cup of grated carrots. I'm gonna put those raisins that I just have on the paper towel, putting them right in too. We're also gonna put our sunflower seeds and coconut into this. So it's just 1/2 cup of sunflower seeds and 1/2 cup of shredded coconut. This bowl, all it has in it is the apples, carrots, raisins, sunflower seeds, and we have measured everything out except for the sugar and the vanilla. I can start mixing now. So I'm gonna go back to that bowl that just had the eggs and the oil in it. I'm just gonna break up the yolks so that it mixes better. Now I'm gonna put sugar into this. 1 cup and 2 tablespoons of sugar right into the eggs and the oil bowl. Believe it or not, sugar does count as a wet ingredient in baking. I learned that in school. That will be my 1 cup and 2 tablespoons because I accidentally poured some extra. I have the sugar, eggs, and oil in here, and I'm gonna whisk it. I wanna mix it really, really good. Okay, so this is my mixture now of the eggs, oil, and sugar. I'm not gonna use my whisk anymore. Now I'm gonna switch to a spatula. This is when I sift the dry ingredients in. So you're sifting the dry ingredients into that oil, egg, and sugar mixture. And I'm gonna mix it with my spatula. And you don't wanna over mix it, just mix it until you can't see the flour anymore. And it's gonna get really, really thick.
I have a question again.
Yeah.
So when you grated your carrots and apples, did you like dry the water or the moist that they do or
No, I didn't take out the moisture, but if you did
okay.
by accident, that's okay.
Okay, thank you.
All I have left is that big bowl of like the apples, carrots, sunflower seeds, raisins. I'm just gonna add the whole bowl right in. I'm putting the vanilla in with this stuff. Once you've finished with all the ingredients, that batter should loosen up more. And you also don't want to over mix it. Like mine's pretty good right about now. It's mixed. Ice cream scoop for this. I put 2 scoops.
I have a question. So
Go ahead.
so I didn't have a muffin tray, and I'm just gonna use it as a one of these. Do I put oil in it or anything like that?
Yeah, you do. If you have oil spray or just
Oh, yeah.
oil. Yeah, perfect. Oil spray.
Thank you.
When you bake it, it does depend on your oven. My oven, like I said, does not run hot at all. Mine took like 25 minutes, but when I made it at school, it took like less than 15 minutes.
Okay, I put both of my trays in the oven.
Wow, you're ahead of me, huh? Who is that, Kathy?
Yeah, that was me.
So Cokie, it's Debbie. Mine's a little bit more wetter than yours. Does that matter?
This is my consistency. It's like pretty solid.
Okay, mine's a little bit more wetter.
This recipe has a lot of variability due to like the carrots and the apples, because those all have moisture in the raisins.
Yes.
So
Okay,
you should
good.
be fine. Just make sure to check on it.
Okay, I appreciate that. Thank you.
You're welcome. I have extra, so I'm gonna put it into my pan. I'm putting mine in the oven now. Okay, and like I said, guys, I won't be able to just like stay on the Zoom call the whole time. Probably just gonna answer any questions you guys have right now. How I tell when they're done, I will go and I touch them with my finger. Like it'll be in the oven and I'll go, and I have to be able to touch it and it bounces back up a little bit. And you guys can always do that trick where you use a toothpick and you put it through the center, and if it comes out dry, it's done.
David, do you have a question?
Knock, knock.
Who's there?
Egg.
Egg who?
Why do the egg go to the doctor?
Why?
Because he be dark.
He's cooking and telling jokes. He's a real entertainer tonight. So these taste pretty good when they're wet. So it's got to be 10 times better when they're dry, I guess, because they do taste good. Could you do like a light icing just to do it if you're kind of a person that likes a little bit more sweetness? Or is this the type of muffin that you wouldn't do that with?
You can definitely put like a light icing or a glaze on it. If you do try it, let me know.
Okay, I will. Well, I'm waiting for these to get done. They think they're going to be really good.
When I was a kid, my favorite part of baking was licking the beaters and licking the bowl.
Okay, great, everyone. Thank you so much. We can stop recording.
So that's about it for this video. It was really nice seeing people of all ages coming to my class, and I think that everyone had a really great time.